Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and thanks for watching my new video. This video is going to be all about the skin. Why? Because I'm suffering from acne again and again. She could not wait to come and ruin my life. I thought it would be a very good idea to show you guys how to cover up the acne and pretend that we have a very good, healthy looking skin, even though we don't have healthy looking skin, because if the video is going to start, you're going to be like, So keep on watching. So I woke up this morning, I looked in the mirror and I was like, you really did miss me. I didn't miss you at all. Look at my acne, and I was so happy with my skin. My skin looked so much better. I kind of feel like I know what causes my acne now, and I'm so happy about that. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I know what causes my acne, and this could be different for everyone. When I look back and think of what I have done differently, I would say I ate way more sugar and I ate way more carbs, especially like bread and stuff. So maybe it's kind of like gluten. I thought, let me do a makeup tutorial on how to cover your acne if you want to cover it. And I say if you need, because if you're on vacay or something and I don't know, like you don't need to go to work or you just feel comfortable like this, don't cover it up, because, you know, let your skin rest as much as possible. So let's say you can use a lot of different products, but not like too much of one product. Like don't use a very thick, high covering foundation, because I feel like it's going to look cakey and the acne is going to look like little bumps and it's just going to look too much. This is a very nice skin mist from Forsali. It's a rose gold skin mist. I'm going to use this as a primer because it really hydrates my skin and it also leaves a bit of a glow. So I'm going in with this. This feels so good. So this is a rule when it comes to covering up your acne in a natural way. Try to avoid powders and try to use as much as creamy products as possible, because when you're going to use a creamy product, it's not really going to show the texture of the skin. And because, you know, since we already have a lot of texture going on, you don't want to accentuate that. So with powders, you're going to reach the opposite effect. So I'm using the Born This Way concealer from Too Faced in Natural Beige. So just on top of these spots. Since I have quite a lot, I can just go in with this on my whole face. I can handle spots everywhere, but if they are like near my lips, those really hurt. Like they are the smallest but the most hurtful spots. I'm taking this Zoeva Silk Finish brush and I'm just going to not blend it, but like, do you say like tap it? As you can see, the concealer is so covering that later on you don't need as much as foundation, because, you know, concealer does all the covering for you. So for foundation, most of us, and it's pretty like normal and natural to do that, we tend to go in with a full coverage foundation because, you know, you have bumps, so we need full coverage because we need to cover things up. But I feel like if you do that, it's just going to look too much on your skin. Like we already have a lot of texture going on and you don't want to build layers and layers and layers. So I find that using a very sheer glowy foundation is going to look so much more natural, because it's not going to accentuate the texture, so you don't really get to see all the bumps, but you do want to mattify it later on. So I'm going to use this very sheer foundation, very natural foundation. This is Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation. It has light coverage. You can build it to medium, but very light coverage. I'm also going to use this Huda Beauty Not Your Mama's Pantyhose in Aphrodite. Aphrodite? Do I say it like that? She used it on her face as well. So I thought, let me just mix a tiny bit of this with the foundation. So usually I go in with, ooh, this is very glowy. Usually I go in with the Fluid Sheer from Armani, but I thought, let's try this one. I tried it on my hand the other day and I felt like it was a bit drying, but I didn't mix it with a body lotion or an oil or, you know, anything like that. Okay, so I'm grabbing the same brush. I mixed it on my hand. As you can see, it's very nice, sheer and glowy. So the concealer did all the coverage. So we're just going to like get rid of the discoloration, add some glow, make sure our tan is like even. Now I'm going in with the same concealer that we've used to spot conceal. I am going to use this as a concealer, but I'm going to mix the shades. Since this shade is very similar to my own skin color, I'm going to use this Porcelain, which is going to make our under eye area brighter. Also on my forehead. As you can see, the coverage of this concealer is so good. Now we are going to contour the face, which is my favorite thing to do. You can go in with a cream product, which I'm going to do, you know, because if you have a problematic skin, it's just going to look way more beautiful. I do have to say, like, my acne is not really like on the places where I'm going to contour my face, but I feel like for the overall image, it's going to look very flawless and fresh. This shade is absolutely stunning. This is the Born This Way concealer in Honey from Too Faced. Oh my god, it's such a beautiful shade to contour. And you don't need to use a lot. I always go in with way too much, but that's me. So still using the same brush, I'm just going to blend everything. When it comes to blush and highlights, you want to do the same. Cream, 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 everything cream. I'm going to use this Huda Beauty in Luna. So it's the same body glow, but a shade lighter, so I can use it as an highlighter, which is also going to be the first time. Usually I would just go in with Iconic London or something, but let's see. So just on the high points of my face, right there, there. Can't really avoid the bump, but I'm going to mattify it later on. Oh wow, this glow looks really nice. And for blush, I will be using the Super Shock Cheek from Colourpop in Count Me In. And so this blush is actually matte, so there are no shimmers in it, because usually on the cheeks, the cheeks are my most problematic area, and I don't want to use a blush that has shimmers in it. So it's creamy, but it's matte. So to set everything, I am going to use this powder from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Brush. If you're going to use a powder and you're not very oily, make sure it's a very thin, not even almost a powder, but more like a mattifier. So I'm just going to set everything, but you won't be able to really see the powder. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit of this Crown highlighter from Nabla Cosmetics. And this is my BH Cosmetics brush in its Ray Ray. I'm using a pretty small brush just to make sure that I can really work specifically with this and avoid, you know, bumps and stuff. So I quickly did my brows. I feel like I'm getting better and better in doing my brows. And I also put on a lip. I'm loving this lip color. You guys know my mood changes when I wear a new lip, which has a, you know, like a really good color. I always feel like, give it to me. Anyways, the last step of this makeup look is going to be a setting spray, which is a very dewy spray. This is Beauty Blender Redo. I love this spray so much. It leaves a beautiful dewy finish. I see the powder like melting away. And it's also a setting spray, so it's not only a fixing spray, you know what I mean? So you don't have to use different sprays to get that effect. So this is pretty much how I cover up my acne, and this is also what I do. It's kind of like my go-to makeup look, but when I have a problematic skin, I always really, I try to avoid a lot of powder and just go in with creamy products, but still wear glow wherever I can wear glow, wherever I don't have a lot of bumps and texture going on. My acne isn't that bad this time, but I feel like if I don't change things up, it's going to get worse. And I've been through acne that was way more worse than this acne. So this I can handle. I also quickly want to tell you guys that you don't have to be ashamed. This is only to, if you want to cover up, you know, you have a choice. But you definitely don't need to be ashamed of your acne. I have it like all the time, good skin, bad skin, good skin, bad skin. And that's just part of being a human or a woman with all of our hormones going on. So it's completely normal. You're still beautiful. You're not less beautiful. And I just want to give you guys that. If you can recommend a good product yourself when it comes to acne, product hack, tips and tricks, stuff like that, leave me a comment. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. If you didn't like it, don't give it a thumbs down. Subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.